Cam Newton is an absolute clown. Another example of ESPN on the downward slide into absolute irrelevancy. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Less than a week until the Eagles beat the Cowboys to open the season on Thursday night. So glad you're here supporting the channel as we get going into the fall football season. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. We have some things to talk about with Cam Newton because he is at it again. This is a man who is clearly jealous of Jalen Hurts and what he has achieved in such a short period of time during his career. So when I listen to this, it's only about a minute long, and we we got to talk about this.
What does Hurts have left to prove? Understand this, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Eagles fans that's tuning in right now. That's cool. Respectfully, I have to remind you that Nick Foles also won a Super Bowl.
Agree.
So if you're asking me, with everybody paying attention, Jalen Hurts has so much to prove on this metrics because now I go from good to great to elite.
Okay.
Right? Now his circumstances are what his circumstances are. Devontae Smith, you have A.J. Brown, you have Saquon, and the whole slew of talent. He cannot do anything about that, Stephen A.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, as he proves his whole situation for who he needs to be and who he has to become, is consistently winning and consistently doing what he is asked to do.
This is absolute gibberish. Let me just say that of the first point. This is a guy who could never ever win an actual debate. What he just said there didn't even make any sense about proving to continue to being what he needs to be to continue to prove it. Like, what the hell are you even talking about it? You clown. This makes no sense. And by the way, that was a shot at Nick Foles as well, Eagles fans. Let's be sure we understand that. Because saying, hey, Nick Foles wasn't even very good and he won a Super Bowl. Nick Foles, as we know, was phenomenal then. Nick Foles has had times in his career where he's been a phenomenal quarterback. But to compare Jalen Hurts to Nick Foles is absolutely absurd. Jalen Hurts, he 5 years in the league, 4 as a starter. Okay, his first year, we know he started 4 games, end of the season, was basically thrown to the wolves. This is the guy drafted in the second round, and he has done nothing but win. No matter how you need him to win, he has done nothing but win. Now, before I get into that a little bit more, I wish I could make this bigger, but just as a reminder to people, this is Cam Newton. Cam Newton, not a winner. Get it, Cam, get it. Oh, no, I don't want any part of that. Winning a Super Bowl, not actually important to me because I'm all about Cam Newton. So do not be lecturing others about what they have to do in terms of winning. Now, Jalen Hurts, first of all, as we know, they can't make up their minds whether the Eagles are a super team or not. It's so bizarre. But let's not forget that this past season was the first time that Jalen Hurts had Saquon Barkley behind him. By the way, the league didn't try and ban the brotherly shove because Jalen Hurts was handing off to Saquon Barkley. Just to be clear, and all you Philly fans know I'm not knocking Saquon at all. I'm defending Jalen Hurts in this situation. Jalen Hurts, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, he also did not have those guys as his receivers in his first year in 2021. I always blame. I'm like, wait, was Devontae here in 2021? I think it was 2022. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but definitely didn't have A.J. Brown. And he threw for over 3,100 yards that first season, leading the team to an 8-7 record, a team that was not very good. Let's not forget that in 2022, he clearly outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. 14-1 in the regular season. By the way, finished number 2 in MVP voting that season. Number 2 in MVP voting that season, okay? Follows it up in 2023. He threw a lot more. Again, they didn't have Saquon. He threw a lot more, threw for almost 3,900 yards, almost 3,900 yards, 23 touchdowns. But again, double digit touchdowns on the ground as well. And to take that away from him in terms of looking at the number that he throws for is absolutely absurd. Because if you have Jalen Hurts, who can get the ball into the end zone within a couple of yards when you get down there, why are you risking a pass in such a crowded area? Lots of quarterbacks nowadays, they rack up touchdown passes because they're throwing the ball where they should be running the ball and they're taking more risk to do it. And Jalen Hurts is like, no, man, just give my 600-pound squatting legs the football and I'll get us into the end zone. Now, don't forget, he didn't throw the ball a lot last year because they did have such a good running game. Still, if he hadn't sat out 2 games from injury, it would have been over 3,000 yards. He threw for just over 2,900, but he only threw the ball 361 times. His lowest in the 3 previous seasons was 432. He did have tied a career high, both done in the Super Bowl years, of 8 yards per attempt. He's one of the best deep throwers in the league, regardless of who his receivers are. We go down here a little bit. Let's just look at some of this other stuff we can talk about. You know, awards, MVP shares, 2 Pro Bowls. Here we go with an example. Long pass, 2021, 1 out of 90, 2 seasons in the top 10. Pass attempts per game, folks, 29th, because they have such a balanced offense. Adjusted yards per pass attempt, 12th, 2 seasons in the top 10. Pass interception percentage, 2 seasons in the top 10. Remember, he's only been a starter for 4 seasons. QBR, 2 seasons in the top 10. Game-winning drives, 2 seasons in the top 10. You know, that thing they talk about where Jalen Hurts can't go win a game, can't put a team on his shoulders and go win a game. What are game-winning drives? Comebacks, 2 seasons in the top 10. Yards per pass attempt index, 2 seasons in the top 10. Adjusted yards per pass attempt, 2 seasons in the top 10. Rushing TDs, 4 seasons in the top 10. Passer rating index, 2. And I could go on and on with these numbers. Touchdowns, 3 seasons out of 4 in the top 10. So for Cam Newton, Cam the Clown, to sit there and talk that, oh, Jalen Hurts still has more to prove. All the guy does is win in any way that is needed. And Cam Newton is going to sit there and talk about how he has to do more to prove that. He doesn't have to prove anything to you, Cam Newton and ESPN. You're an embarrassment for putting this man on your network. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. Appreciate you checking out this video, gearing up for another football season. Eagles defending Super Bowl champs. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Really do appreciate it. Go have a fantastic day. I will talk to you later.